What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to our channel. I'm Miley.
And I'm Eric.
And we are here to bring you a first on this channel.
A viewer recommended
A
video
viewer
topic.
request. A couple of you actually have reached out to me or commented in a video to say that you want to know the story of how Eric and I met. How romantic, how cute. How did we meet?
So we met at an audition for a play at our local community theater.
Cool, great video.
Okay,
See you guys next time, bye. Just kidding. So we are going to go through, it's just gonna be like a nice little story time.
I guess
we're chilling on our couch. It's like dark and rainy outside.
More accurate would be like how we got to the point
how
where we
we
were
got
dating.
together, yeah. We have literally not prepared for this at all. We have no notes, we have no nothing. We're sitting down, it's a true story time, and we're just gonna kind of remember and reminisce together on the good old days.
Yeah. To start off this story is that I didn't decide to go to the auditions for this show until I was on my drive home from work. So yeah, I wasn't interested in auditioning or anything like that. And then on my drive home, just decided like, why not? And so I drove to the theater and showed up.
For auditions for the show we were in, The Crucible. And funny backstory, I guess we should briefly mention is, if you don't know me, I'm the kind of person who, like, I'm not a romantic. I didn't like obsess over like my wedding growing up. I'm a very practical person. Like, I didn't have lots of boyfriends, whatever. But I have 3 criteria that I always set growing up that I wanted in a future husband. The first was someone that I met at Shawnee Little Theater, because that's where my parents met, at the community theater in our hometown, my hometown, not yours.
Yeah.
2, I wanted to marry someone older than me. And then I wanted to marry a British doctor. That was my 3rd one. And that one was kind of the impractical one that I didn't think was gonna happen, but.
And it didn't.
So when Eric walked in to auditions for this show at Shawnee Little Theater, which I grew up my whole life doing shows at, in my brain I thought, I wonder if that's my future husband. Mind you, because I had the goal of
she
wanting
said that
to
about
meet
every guy my age.
every new guy that walked into Shawnee Little Theater, I said in my brain, I wonder if that's my husband.
Casting a wide net.
Hey, you were, so
I was one of
my
dozens.
brain knew it. What can I say? Not dozens. New people my age were hard to come by at that time at Shawnee Little Theater. So anyway, we met at this audition, and met is a strong word because I don't even know that we spoke.
I don't think, we weren't introduced to each other. We may have read once together.
Maybe, yeah.
But it was like in a big group
Yeah.
scene, so yeah.
So we both got parts. We sort of got to know each other a little bit during this show.
Yeah.
But the caveat is, I was in college. I think I was 19 at the time. And you were dating someone.
Yes.
So I was 19 and you were 27?
27, yeah.
So Eric's 8.5 years older than me, if you don't know.
Yeah.
Which again, point number 2, I wanted to marry someone older than me.
So yeah, we left that show having known each other. We were friends on Facebook. That'll play an important part later on in the story.
But it wasn't until,
How to Succeed.
I believe maybe almost a year later, 6 months later maybe? It was the same season, right?
It was the spring of the next year. So yeah, about 6 months later.
So you were in another show, a musical this time, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. I wasn't in How to Succeed, but my dad built the set for How to Succeed. And my dad builds a lot of sets for the theater shows over the years, and I always like to go and help him. And so I was there helping him, and Eric would always like say hi to me and be really friendly. That is Eric's nature. Eric is just like, come to find out, kind of a flirty person.
It's not even flirty. Like I'm just intentional in the way that I talk to people. I maintain eye contact.
You're very nice.
I say
yes.
hi. Like
you're just a very personable person. It can be easily taken as flirty. I'll just put it that way, okay? So we would always talk, just like little casual conversations, nothing big, nothing memorable, nothing, at all juicy, but we just got to know each other maybe a tiny bit better. And then one faithful night of rehearsals, it was a dress rehearsal.
Yep.
There was a big dance number, and all the guys dancing in it are doing basically the Broadway choreography, wearing 3-piece suits. most of them actual vintage suits from the 60s. I happened to be there for some reason.
Yeah.
I was sitting with the costume, Rebecca was doing costumes at that point. I was sitting with the costume designer at that point. In the middle of this.
Not in the middle, the beginning.
In the beginning, that's
third
right.
move I did.
In the beginning of this dance number, Eric bends over and the seam of his pants completely rips.
Hold on. You're not telling it right. The third move, I just hear a little because I had to raise my knee up. And I realized that there's probably like a 3-inch rip on the inseam. Well, you know, I'm a professional. I'm not going to like stop. Well, no, that is my attitude.
That's your mentality, yes.
So I'm not going to stop and be like, oh, I'm not going to do the rest of the choreography. So I keep going. And the rip just keeps getting worse and worse.
Progressively worse.
Halfway through the number, the inseam is just ripped from knee to knee. Like, it basically looks like I'm wearing a skirt with leggings.
Just dangling. Just everything dangling.
Like, nothing's visible. It just looks ridiculous. And I didn't stop. Like, my face was probably beet red, but
and
I didn't
Rebecca
stop.
and I were literally in the front row.
Hackling.
It was just us watching, and maybe a couple other people and the director who did not
The
appreciate.
director was in the number.
Oh, that's right. That's why. Yeah, he didn't realize your pants
he didn't
had
know
ripped.
what had happened.
Rebecca and I were cackling like psychos.
So the director thought that they were just laughing at
row.
the number.
So the director was like giving us the stink eye, like, what? Why the heck are you guys laughing? He didn't realize that Eric's pants were basically not pants anymore, and we could totally see his underwear. And meanwhile, his energy level was just going up because he was getting so stressed out.
Dance through the pain.
There was something about that just like flipped a switch, both in me and in you, I think, because I remember you messaging me once we had started messaging. I remember you saying that you just really appreciated, you started to notice me when you really appreciated the way I handled, like, just laughing off what happened to you.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was hilarious. I thought his reaction to it was so hilarious that he just totally kept going and didn't care. I thought that was so redeemable and just like genuine and hilarious. And I guess he appreciated, you came up and talked to me afterwards, I remember, and you were just like so embarrassed, and I was like, oh my gosh, that made my whole night. That was like the best thing ever. You had the greatest reaction. Like, I kind of hyped you up a little bit, and I think you appreciated that.
Yeah.
So after the pants ripping saga, I think it kind of changed, but not like a, oh, I'm longingly looking at you, or I'm like, I really am interested in you. Nothing like that. It was just more of like a understanding between us, I think, of like, hey, you're a cool person.
Yeah.
All that to say, we met at the theater. We got to know each other a little bit as friendly acquaintances, but nothing more.
Yeah.
Until what point did we start becoming more?
So
like, what led to that? Because honestly, I don't even know how to answer that question.
I just, like, one night was, like, at my house, just hanging out, didn't have any plans or anything, and I saw that you were online on Facebook, like Messenger, and I just shot you a message to see how things were going. We hadn't talked in a while. The show had been over for a couple months at that point.
You, like, regularly would message people and just, like, check in on them,
yeah.
catch up. I think that's the weirdest thing ever. I do not understand people Facebook messaging, and I did not use Facebook Messenger as a means of communication. So when I got this Facebook message from you out of the blue, I was like, what the heck?
She didn't respond for like 20 minutes, and it turns out it's because she was reacting.
I was like panicking, like, what does he want? Why is he Facebook messaging me? This is so weird. Is this like not kosher? Like, I don't like this. This seems kind of like trappy. I don't know. But you were just, meanwhile, messaging everybody under the sun and just didn't care. Like, you were just trying to be friendly.
Yeah, once again.
You and I are such opposite humans. I was like, ew, why would she, that's so trashy. Why would she use Facebook Messenger? But you're just like, hey, I wonder what Miley's up to. She's online.
I had your phone number. Like, it wasn't like I was trying to, like, get, like...
Yeah, no,
I could have texted you,
and that's another thing that I did not understand was, especially if you have someone's number, why would you Facebook message
Because
them?
I'm at my computer.
Just seems shady and weird. I don't like it. So all that to say, Eric Facebook messages me, and I'm with some of my friends, and I'm like, what does he want? What do I say? Why is he messaging me out of the blue? Clearly this means something. So I overanalyzed probably what to do. And at that point, honestly, I probably already had a crush on you. I think. I'm pretty sure. And so that's why I was freaking out a little bit too, because I was like, this could actually like be real. Like, oh my gosh, this crush I have could actually like be something. So I messaged you back. We messaged for a while to just catch up.
Yeah.
And then at what point did it turn?
Honestly, for me, it didn't turn until the first time we hung out.
We had some flirty message exchanges, and then it switched to texting, and then you asked me to hang out. And at first I was like, nah, I'm not gonna hang out. It's fine. And then he convinced me, and I came over one night.
Just hang out on my porch?
Just to hang out on Eric's front porch. Didn't even go inside his house. We hung out until...
like 3 in the morning?
3 a.m. maybe. We just kept talking. Like, there was just so much to talk about. I think I went back the next night, right? Was it the exact next night? Or was it maybe 2 nights?
I think a couple nights later.
We hung out a couple times that week. And in that week, it's so funny. Eric's older than me. He's lived... At that point, he had lived a lot more varied of a life. So he had lots of stories that one wouldn't normally share on something like a first date.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a first date. It was just kind of like a friendly
Here are
hangout.
all my crazy college stories. Since you are in college, like, here's some, like,
so he got out
context.
All his stories. He told me everything, all his stories that you would probably be like, I don't know, hesitant to share with someone you were going on a first date with.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that at first. So I always like to point that out just because it was nice to just get all that out of the way.
Yeah.
At what point did the hangouts turn into the question game, which I think was what turned into leading to the first date?
Yeah, I think after the second time we hung out, it was very much kind of a like, okay, there's clearly
it got more flirty. Here. There was, some...
just...
This is so weird. My family's gonna watch this. I don't like this. I am so not this open about romantic things.
We just had a funny banter about us, and like that's what kind of led me to start asking more like probing questions in the sense of like what type of people do you like to date, and like what's a good first date, just stuff like that. And so that's what kind of started us down that path. But.
So we started a question game where I would ask a question and you would have to answer, and then you would ask a question.
Well, it was like I asked a question, we both answer, and then the next person asks a question.
So through playing this game, and we played it like over multiple days, like really multiple weeks.
Yeah.
We would ask really silly questions, really deep questions, really like future thinking questions, all kinds of questions. And I think it was crazy how opposite of humans we were, but how our core values and like the things we stood for and the type of person that we are was just like so similar, so insanely similar. We were just very compatible.
Yeah.
At what point did it actually turn romantic?
I mean, I think over the course of the question game, and then certainly when I asked you to go on a date.
We went on a first date. And we went to an Italian restaurant, and we went to a movie.
Dinner and movie, the most
in the middle of
date.
the movie, Eric put his hand on my knee.
Not like thigh, but knee.
And I think you tried to hold my hand. You held my hand at one point. And...
Do you want to just flash forward to after the date?
What happened at the end of the date?
So I dropped Miley off, and then I went to go hang out with some friends. I get a text message from Miley. The date went well, I thought.
The date went great. It was a great date.
We had a fun time.
There was no awkwardness. Conversation kept going. We had a great time together.
We saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2, so not a great movie, but...
it's okay, because I was too preoccupied with your hand on my knee.
Miley texted me to inform me that she thought the age difference was going to be too much to overcome, and that she still definitely wanted to be friends, but she didn't think that we should go on another date.
And what's so funny about that is
texted. Let's not undersell that.
What's so funny about that is I was certain that was my decision. Like, I was certain.
Yeah. So I texted back, like, totally understand. Definitely still want to be friends. And left it at that. And, like, hung out with my friends and enjoyed the rest of the night in my sweet vest that nobody has ever made fun of me for wearing.
I hate that vest.
So I would say a week or two goes by, like just
a week. It was a week.
A week. I reached out, right? Or was it you?
You reached out.
I reached out and was like, she said she still wanted to be friends. Like, before we started dating, we would hang out. So, hey, do you want to come over and hang out on my porch again and just talk?
I said yes, because I think secretly I still had, the crush was there. Like, I had made the decision. I was like the cool girl who was like unaffected by this and told this guy no. But deep down, I was like, the crush was still there and I was kind of regretting it a little bit. It was a totally normal night.
Yeah.
Totally platonic, totally friendly, until Eric had drank a little bit, and you hold your alcohol very well. You had gotten a little bit of liquid courage.
Yeah.
He was not drunk. He wasn't even tipsy. He was just like at this point where he was having a good time.
And it was clearly getting to the end of the night. And so it was more of a, if you're going to shoot your shot,
yeah,
like, this is the time to do it.
So he was basically just like, so I totally understand that you think the age difference is too much, but like, would you be at all open, especially if we took things really slow, like, to just giving it another shot?
Yeah. You still said no.
I still said no, but then I was like, no, I really don't think so. I really just think the age difference is just too much. Like, I really like you. It has absolutely nothing to do with like the time we've had. Like, you are so fun to be around and I really like hanging out with you, but it's just a lot. Like, it's a lot for me to have to deal with. And so he was like, okay, no big deal. And I was like, but maybe we could just keep hanging out and see what happens. Like, I gave no indication of like, okay, yes, I will give you a second chance. Let's, try this again.
Until.
You tell this part.
The end of the night comes, and so Miley grabs her jacket or whatever, and I walk her out to her car, and we go to say goodbye, and then she just kisses me. No build up, no warning, just kiss. And then...
This is so embarrassing. People are gonna watch this. I don't like this.
And then you pulled back, didn't say anything, started laughing, walked to your car, opened the door, turned back to me as you were getting in the car, and what did you yell? Like, what the hell, Eric? Or something like that? Like,
I think that's what I said.
And then got in your car and drove away. I was confused, but it was a good kiss. Like, and I was like, well, I guess there's something. So, and I'm sure, texted that night.
We texted that night because you are downplaying your feelings in this moment.
At that
telling
point.
the YouTube world. After I kissed you,
I was pretty smitten at that point. Like, yeah, she got me with the kiss.
So after the kiss,
things just kind of
shotgun from there.
Accelerated. But the end of the third date, when we got back, we drove back to my place, and we're just hanging out there. And that was the night that we said, I love you to each other.
Oh, this is too much. It's too much for the internet to know. I don't like it.
After the third date, which that was... I hadn't even agreed to be your girlfriend. At this point, you're like pestering me hardcore to be your girlfriend.
I
forgot about that. Yeah,
and I am avoiding it, not because I don't want to be your girlfriend, but because I don't want to deal with all the people in my life who are like, who the heck is this 8.5 years older than you, man? But bottom line, we told each other we loved each other, and it was like a funny moment because it was like, yeah, this is so weird. This is not how this is supposed to happen, but like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I love you. Like, not pretty sure, like, I know it. Like, I feel very comfortable saying it right now after the third date, and we're not even officially together. I don't know what kind of craziness our brains are doing, but, like, I agree, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, the third date, it was like, yeah, we're gonna get married. And we didn't talk about marriage yet, but it was very clear that we just very naturally communicated well.
Something big was going to happen to derail the relationship.
We really enjoyed each other's company. We both had the same values and wanted the same things in life.
And I think the big thing, like, from the outset was communication. Like, we never let things fester. We were very quick to be like, hey, this thing that you're doing right now is super annoying to me. And
yeah,
like,
this bothers
you need
me.
to
This
knock it
here's
off.
why. Please stop doing it.
Yeah, and so I think that's what gave the relationship legs and like let us like we never had to wonder how the other was feeling. So,
Never.
Yeah.
Because that's not my personality and that's not your personality. I think that leads back again to compatibility.
Yeah.
We put hard work into it, yes, but like I honestly, and I don't know if you feel this way or not, but like how people say like marriage is such hard work. Marriage is just like such a commitment, such a challenge. Like it's hard, but it's worth it. I don't feel like that.
No, like
I feel like
it's
that's
not
sometimes
easy.
about outside life factors affecting us in our life. I never feel like it's hard work to be with you.
Yeah.
Do you not feel the same?
Yes, I feel the same.
Eric's like, this is an awkward time to tell you in YouTube, but
Yeah.
sorry, but I
It's
don't like
laborious.
you. Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, it's because we communicate so freely and openly. It just takes a lot of the edge off of being married. Like we rarely have to have like long sit down conversations about this is the thing you've been doing for the past 6 months and now we need to address
We've
it.
never had a conversation like that. Never.
So yeah,
We really like each other.
most of the time.
And we are 95% of the time boring married people who lay on their couch, watch movies, cook dinner, film YouTube videos,
Yeah.
don't go out.
Or we're in separate rooms doing our own thing.
Yeah, which is something I really appreciate about us too, is we are very much still our own people and encourage each other to explore different things.
Yeah.
I just think we got it pretty locked, man. The bottom line here is we fell in love very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And we're married.
Where are you taking me?
I'm just like, I don't know. I was gonna give you a high five. We're married. We like each other.
Yeah.
We're happy.
We have a good time in our boring.
I think I'll stay married to you for at least another like 20 years.
Let's do 10 and see where we're at.
Okay, deal. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone.
10 years.
Don't worry, I'll murder you before 10 years.
Don't forget to smash that subscribe button
It's just so unoriginal.
and ding the bell.
Yeah, ding the bell. We post videos every Monday and Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and
We'll see you next time.
we'll see you next time. Bye!